Welcome to Catching Up with Coaches. I am Chris Abbott. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Media here at Willamette, and today I am with our head baseball coach, Aaron Swick. Aaron, welcome to Catching Up with Coaches.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
So, to start off with, let's kind of take a look at let's step back to the beginning of the season and tell me about where where the team was heading into the year and kind of what expectations you had at that point.
Yeah, good question. A lot of new bodies. We had a 15-person recruiting class, 13 freshmen and 12 and two transfers. So a lot of new bodies in the program. Had 11 seniors last year graduate, so kind of a turning over of a little bit of the roster, and so not as much experience on the field. Didn't have an idea what we were getting out of the guys that had coming back, but certainly a good track record of some of those guys who were juniors and seniors who now is their turn and had the same expectations of success. And regardless of what their experience level was, really thought the energy and the effort and the talent to be successful this year.
So after 16 games, you guys were sitting at 500 when everything kind of blew up. Um,
hmm
how did the team find out about the season ending? Maybe talk to me a little bit about how they handled the news and kind of those couple days of uncertainty.
Sure. So I think we all found out on a Thursday afternoon, but on the day before, we had some small groups at practice. And so I just kind of talked to all the seniors individually and said, I don't know anything at the moment, but it looks like there's going to be some sort of alteration to the season. So just start mentally preparing for what that was going to look like. The coming weekend, we were supposed to go to Spokane and play Whitworth. And so getting ready for that. And then Thursday afternoon, literally as we were all getting into the clubhouse to get ready for practice, the email came out from campus. And so tough to process, I think, as we were like transitioning to baseball uniform and getting ready for the day and all those things. So certainly, a challenging moment, but I thought the guys handled it really well. And we had a fun day of practice. Everybody got to hit on the field, including the pitchers, and tried to make the most of the last day together.
So we're now in we're ending our fourth week for the most part in quarantine. Um, have you been in touch with your team and how are they handling it? And um, what are you kind of doing to kind of keep your team morale up?
Yeah, so I'd say weekly text message exchange with each guy individually. They have a group chat that they send things out. We did a Zoom meeting a couple times. We've had some position group meetings to talk a little bit about baseball stuff. But I've just been asking them, just being purposeful in their communication. Are they interacting with their teammates? They've been playing a lot of video games against one another. There's this game called MLB The Show that they like to play. So they're hanging in there. I think they're staying active and doing school and making it through just like everyone else is. But I think we're in a unique situation where baseball, there's a lot of failure in our game. So in battling adversity. So I think our guys are well versed in handling things that they can't control.
So how about yourself? How has quarantine kind of changed your day to day? And you're obviously not in the field every day. So kind of what are you doing to keep busy and keep your head on straight during this time?
Yeah, we have a pretty good routine here at home. I've got a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So the 7-year-old's in first grade. So her and I do some schoolwork in the morning. We take family walks together. Um, Me personally, still doing some recruiting. So for the 2020 group, and then trying to plan out what 21 is going to look like. Um, and trying to do as much as I can to make myself and our program better. So scrolling through social media, if there's videos that people are posting, passing along to the guys, or watching webinars to improve my craft. And so it's been a good learning opportunity, trying to compile a lot of information so that once we get back to school and get back on the field with the guys, we're able to elevate ourselves a little bit.
So speaking of getting back on the field with the guys, um, looking forward into the fall and even into the spring, um, how does your team transition from this period of complete uncertainty, this period of not being able to you say work on your craft, that they can't work on their craft either, and they're all kind of on their own, How do they transition out of this and come back and with their head on straight and moving forward um, once this is all over?
Yeah, this is certainly probably the biggest window of time where guys haven't played before, right? So they're trying to balance that a little bit. The biggest thing in our sport is just facing live competition. So the hitters getting to see live pitching, the pitchers getting to compete. Nothing really replicates that. So my hope is that we have a lot of guys planning to play summer ball. So my hope is that that still happens, that they can continue to do that. If not, we'll find a way to transition around it. But like I said before, I think our sport in general deals with adversity pretty well. We preach it a lot in our program. Got some resilient guys, and I've been really proud of the efforts they've had so far to find ways to improve and really believe that we're going to be better because of this.
Great. So now to the fun part of the show. We're gonna play a quick game of this or that. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna give you two things. You pick one. You can give me some info about maybe why, if you feel the need.
Okay.
The first is kind of the standard: cardinal or gold.
Gold.
Nice.
Every uniform I've been a part of, from high school, junior college, the school I went to, the other school that I coached at, every school has had some sort of yellow or gold. So that's been consistent throughout my career.
Great. You're the first one to answer gold like that. Uh, Home game or away game?
Away game. Less
Uh,
work on less work.
it's that's as a former track coach, I can completely appreciate that. The away competitions are less work.
I also
um,
like hitting first. I like the you get a chance to hit first and make a statement on the game. So I like that part as well.
Bus trip or a plane trip?
Plane trip means we're going someplace sunny. Playing a competition outside our conference. So a new experience for our players. And then usually when we go to California, it's like a home game. We have so many guys from California that it's probably noisier there than it is sometimes at the John. So it's a good atmosphere to play in front of.
Okay. At the plate or in the field?
In the field.
DH for pitchers hitting.
DH. Pitchers can't hit, unfortunately. I used to be one of those guys, so I know exactly what that's like. The last day of practice we had, like I said, the pitchers got a chance to hit, and a few of those guys hit home runs, and that was kind of the highlight of their year. It's always fun to see each of those guys do different things. The hitters try and pitch, or the pitchers try and hit. But I think the game is better where there's contact and there's a DH for the pitcher.
So which pitchers hit home runs?
Mason Cook hit a home run, and Dawson Enright hit a home run. Ben Witten hit a home run. So luckily, all the seniors got a chance to go out with a
Nice.
bang.
Nice. Well, great. It was great catching up. Hopefully, at some point in the not too distant future, we won't have to do these online, and we will be able to see each other in the hallways and get back to normal. But in the meantime, best of luck in your quarantine, and we hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Chris.